Hi my friends and my seniors, welcome back guys in another very brand new video. This video is gonna be very important. Do you know why? Because in this video, I'm gonna share something which is very important, which is very helpful for all of you. I know that you clicked on the perfect video. Yes, today in this video, I'm gonna share something which is very powerful. If you watch this video till the end without skipping any moment, if you understand all of my steps, and if you follow all of my advices that I'm gonna give in this video, then I am 100% guaranteed, I am 100% sure that your speaking will be developed and you are gonna master the English language in few days by only reading English. Yes, reading. It will feel like that I am just lying and now you're gonna skip this video, but trust me, give your time to this video. I am sure you are gonna observe the benefits day by day, daily. Yes, now I am speaking, I am sharing my thoughts, I am sharing my words with all of you, and I am pretty sure that everything is possible for only that practice that I do every day for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening, and daily I observe the developments in my speaking. So let's start the game and let's understand what we have to read. I know that all of you can speak the English language much good, because now what I am speaking, you are understanding. You are understanding my words, my sentences, what I want to tell to you perfectly. So it means you can understand the English language pretty good. So if you can understand the English, it means that you have stock words and stock sentences in your brain. And if you have stock words and stock sentences, then obviously you can use them and you can speak the English also something. Okay, not properly, something also. So it means you can speak English. So you are not totally a beginner. You are more than a beginner, but you have a limit of words, of sentences. Okay, after that limit you can't generate and you can't make sentences in your brain, but now you have to break that limit. Try to understand, there is a very important thing that I share with you, and no one gonna share this thing with you. It is that if you stock and if you store in your brain 50 words, trust me, you can only use the 10% of that 50% while speaking time. Yes, and the 40% disappear. Because at the speaking time, when we speak the English language, then our brain, it does a lot of works. And when it does a lot of works, then it becomes very harder to find out that 40% words is that you have read and to provide you. So that's why whatever comes in it, it just give you. So that's why I always shared with everyone the words is very important and the words is very important. And for to store the words, for to stock many words in your brain, you have to read, you have to study the English language. But now the question is what you will study. Okay, I know that all of we also can read the English and we read English very well and very good, but with reading the English language only, English stories, English book sentences, it will not be perfect. It is very important for a limit, but after the limit you have to cross, you have to break the limit, and you have to do something different. You have to change this process, and I am sure if you change it, then developments will come to you. Okay, just think that you are doing conversation with someone who can speak the English better. Okay, you did a lot of conversation, you gave your introduction, you asked him or her introduction, and after a long time of speaking the English language, now what you will speak. Now if the person asks you something about the environment, something about the air, something about the bacteria or something, just think in the talking time. And when we also do some conversation with someone in our mother tongue also, then also we don't know in which time we think we are gonna do and we are gonna speak to conversation and to communicate with them. So just become in a certain moment, in a sudden moment, we don't know what she or he, what the person will ask us. So that's why if suddenly the person asks you something about the science related thing, about the historical related thing, about the geography related thing, about the space, about the sun, about the moon, about the planets, about the plants, about the animals, about the human beings, about the ears, about the oxygen, about carbon dioxide, what you will do? Now you don't have any type of knowledge about this thing in the English language. You don't have any type of stock of words and stock of sentences about the science related thing. So that's why now in that moment you will face problems. And most of the speakers, most of the English learner, they just fail in this moment. They can't go and they can't break the limit after it. The thing that now I have stock words and now I can speak the English language better, so now I think that now I should focus on the grammatical things. If you read the grammar only, then you are not gonna get this type of words, this type of sentences. And how you will get them? Only by reading the science. Okay, if you want to develop the knowledge about the science, then you have to read it, you have to focus on it, otherwise it will not. That's why for that today also I am going to discuss about a chapter about the science which is called microorganism. I will just share with you. It's also very important. If you just understand what is the microorganism, then also it will be very helpful for you, and it's very interesting. Okay, if you know something also about the microorganism, then it's very good, your knowledge are gonna develop more better. But if you don't know what is the microorganism, then you should watch the video. And I am also want to share a very big notice that it will be a series. Okay, as you can see, it is the book of class 8. Now I am in class 8, so that's why I decided to make a full series on this channel on the science, based on the science. So in this science book there are 12 chapters, and I decided to read all of the chapters and which share with you. If you also just listen all of the chapters videos that are gonna come in this channel, then also you are gonna develop. Okay, it will be more better for you. You don't have to read so much. So now let's start. I will just understand to all of you, and the main focus that you have to give on that how I just explain you have to understand it. So just let's start the video. What is the microorganism? Let's try to understand the micro. To understand the whole chapter microorganism, we have to understand first of all what is the microorganism. Try to understand. In our whole life, we all are surrounded by a lot of kind of organism. There are trees, plants, animals, but in all of the organism there are also some organisms are there which we can't see with our naked eye. Means normally with our eyes we can't see some organism. Those organisms are called microorganism or microbes. Microorganism, they are very small in size. So that's why some organisms, means some microorganism, we can see with the help of magnified glass, but others we cannot see with the help of the microscope. So that's why if you want to see, if you want to observe, if you want to observe any type of microorganism, then first of all you need the help of the microscope. So that's why the mixture of the microscope and the organism, it becomes the microorganism. Microorganisms are classified in 4 groups, and all of them are bacteria, protozoa, fungi. Bacteria, protozoa, fungi, and algae. Now what are they? Let's try to understand. And here I want to add a little bit thing, that a number of people, a number of students, how they memorize a word or this type of names by just repeating the name for a lot of times, like, oh, there is a very very important thing that bacteria, like microorganism, they are divided in four classes. What are they? Bacteria, protozoa, algae, and the another one was fungi. So bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, algae. With this process, with this activity, they try to memorize any kind of words and this kind of names. But I want to share with everyone, say, this way of understanding and memorizing something, it is totally wrong, and it is also happen with almost everyone. Whenever we just try to remember, whenever we memorize something with this process in the exam hall, we just forget the name, we just forget the name of the thing. Then what do? We just skip it, we just ignore it. But there, I don't know why it happened, but I have a solution for it. Only you have to understand it. Understanding is very very important. Whenever you are gonna read a chapter, whenever you are gonna read something, whenever you are gonna memorize something, then first of all try to understand it. It may be a question, it may be a word, it may be a name also, but understanding is very important. So that's why now I am speaking, I am describing the whole chapter, what is inside in my brain. I am trying to share everything with all of you. Do you know how I am doing it? With only the power of understanding. First of all, I understood the whole chapter, and now what I understood, I am just explaining with you. So understanding, it is an art that if you can control it, it will be very very beneficial for you. And now let's try to understand what are the bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. So now let's try to understand what is the bacteria is. I know that all of we have been introduced with the name the bacteria from our childhood, because whenever we go somewhere in the outdoor side for to play, for to work in our school, and when we come back and when we return in our home, our grandparents, our parents, they always just advise us, they always say us that just wash your hands and legs and clean your hands and legs with your mouth properly, and after doing that you can eat something or do some another activities. But now the question is, why they always tell us these type of things? And when also we just ask this question to them, they give us only one reply, only one answer with the bacteria. When we go outdoor sites, at that moment, in the air and also everywhere, from everywhere, bacterias, they just try to enter in our body, and then they stuck in our hands and legs and also in our on our face, okay, not in on. So at that moment, when we come in our room, when we come in our house with some activities like eating, drinking water, and also some another activities, these bacteria go inside in our body by our mouth and by our noses. So that's why when the bacteria go in our body, then it also can cause some disease. It may be the illness and also the fever. So that's why when we will just wash our hands, wash our legs properly, clearly, then when we will clean our body, then all of the bacteria they will go and they will remove very easily. So that's why we also use a number of kinds of washes, like hands wash, soaps. So that's why the bacteria has two sides, one is good side and one is bad side. The good sides, that there are also some beneficial and helpful bacteria are there in our human body and in the animal's body also. They always just help us to maintain our daily needs in our body, and they also helps us to remove the illness and fever in our body. But there are some bad bacteria which when they go in our body, inside our body, they also can cause the fever, the illness. So that's why I always say, and this chapter name is also microorganism friend and foe. Like microorganism also has two sides, one is bad side and one is like good side. I am also gonna discuss in this video, but first of all let's talk about the fungi. What is the fungi? And now it is the time for the fungi. Fungi is not rather than the fungus. Yes, fungus is also a common name. So in the rainy season, if you leave a piece of bread in the free air, then in the surrounded air, then after a moment you can see and you can observe a grayish layer on the bread, on the piece of bread. It is called the fungi. So it's also one kind of a bacteria. If you just use a magnifying glass to observe the grayish layer, then you can see also a lot of kinds of black spots, and if you take a microscope, then you also can go deeper and you can see the small bacteria on it. Now it is the time for the protozoa and algae. The protozoa, it is also a normal bacteria. The protozoa, you can take it like another species of the bacteria only. And the algae, whenever you go somewhere in the lake, near about the lake, pond, and also the rivers, you can find out a very thin layer of a green, okay, green type of thing. So it's called the algae. Okay, you also can easily find out in the ponds, in the lake. So it is the normal things. Now there is another very important question, which is that where do microorganisms live? Where we can find the microorganism? As I said everyone, that microorganisms live in our body. Not every kind of microorganism, but there are some simple and also very normal and good microorganisms are there which live in human body, and also including the plants, including the trees, including the animals. In every kind of living things in this world have the microorganism in their body, and we also can find out microorganism in every kind of environment, from the cold environment to the hot, very like summer environment also. So it is the normal thing. And now let's talk about the microorganism friend and foe. Yes, friend and foe. Now microorganism is a very big friend in our human life, in for all of the humans, and it is also a very big foe for us. Now the question is, what is the meaning of the foe? I want to share with everyone. Foe means the enemy, okay, but there is a difference. Foe means enemy, but foe is not an enemy. Enemy prefers to someone, a person, but foe not prefers to someone or a person. Now I have an enemy. I am a person, and my enemy also have to be a person. Then I can say it a enemy. But now microorganism is not a person or not someone. So that's why here I will use the foe. The English language is very complicated language. But now let's talk about the good side and the bad side about the microorganism. Okay, so first of all, as I said to everyone, there are a number of kinds of good microorganism that helps us to complete the protein sources and also to help us to recover, and for a number of benefits microorganism helps us. But there are also some bad microorganism which just cause disease in our body. But let's first of all talk about the good side of microorganism. We people, a very interesting thing I am going to share with you, so listen it very carefully. Do you know that you eat the microorganism? Yes, we people, we human beings, we use the microorganism for a lot of ways, and one of them is eating. Yes, in our daily things we also eat the microorganism. Don't think that they are bad, they're bacteria, they're bad bacteria. No, they are good, and they are made for to make foods such as them, like cake, breads, and also the curd. Yes, in these sources of eatings we use the microorganism. And in the vegetables also we can find out many types of good bacteria, means good microorganism, that helps us to complete our needs for our bodies. And the most importantly, medicines. For to make the medicines, for to prepare the medicines, we use the microorganism. Some good microorganism helps us to make and also to create the medicine. So microorganisms are bad and very harmful for us in a several ways, and some microorganisms are very harmful that they can cause a very big fever, illness in our human bodies, in the animals bodies, and also even the plants. And such the microorganism, the harmful microorganism, are called pathogens. Yes, now in the screen, the picture that you are watching, it is the pathogens. And I am also sure after watching this picture you also can remember something, which is the coronavirus. Yes, when the coronavirus is also was the pathogens, one kind of a pathogen that enter in our body and cause the disease, which was very harmful. And the pathogens, it enter our body with the air we breathe, and also the food we eat, and the water we drink. So that's why whenever we also go in the market, and whenever we just take any type of fruits, foods, and also some kinds of vegetables, and when we return in our home, first of all, before cooking, we just fresh all of them, we clean all of them, because we know that in all of the vegetables there are some bacteria, some harmful bacteria, which are called pathogens. If we just eat the fruits, eat the food, vegetables with the harmful bacteria, then the bacteria will go and enter in our body, and they will cause the disease. So that's why first of all, make sure that the vegetable, the fruits that you are eating, they are clean and fresh, and then just try to eat. And there is also a direct way to spread the pathogens, which is that the contacts with the infected person. Okay, whenever we just do some conversation with someone who is infected by the pathogens, means who have illness, fever, and whenever we just do some handshake, whenever we just speak with each other, at that time of speaking, the person who is infected, he also speaking, and from his mouth the breath, the air, it is just coming out, and the air also we are just taking, and it is going in our body also. So that's why it is also a great way where the pathogens is enter our body. So first of all, make sure that the person whom you are doing conversation, whom you are talking, whom you are meeting, he is safe. And then if he is a infected person, that make some distance. So this thing also we learned at the time of the coronavirus. It was the bad side of the microorganism in this whole world. Everything is like that. Everything has a good side and a bad side also, but now everything is dependent on if in you, how you use it, how you do the work with it. And now guys, it is the end of this chapter, so I think I also just understand greatly with all of you. You understand a lot and everything. So guys, if you watch this video till now, then I am gonna share again and once again with everyone that I am also making a series of this science related contents I will post on this channel. So if you watch and if you want to develop your science knowledge very highly, then just guys subscribe the channel, hit this bell icon, and just remember, just go and take a science book and read it. Okay, how much you will read new books, new things, you are gonna get the knowledge of it. You can get the words, the sentences from it. So it's a great idea, great practice that you can practice, and I am sure if you just practice it daily for only 10 minutes, 20 minutes by reading it, then it will be very helpful, and it will be very developed for you. You can develop your speaking, you can master your speaking very quickly. But remember, patience and practice is very important, and you also can do this practice now as I am doing. I also could just make this secret thing a secret. I also could just read all of the science related thing in my room, and I could store the word, but I didn't do that. I also just share with you, and you can't believe that I develop a lot, because I also speak the things that I learned, I use them, and now they are gonna be whole time memorable. Okay, they will not go from my brain. they are just stuck and will stuck in my brain. So just guys, subscribe the channel for this type of more new advices, practices. Bye bye. Whatever you understand from this video, whatever you think about this practice, just say it guys in the comment section. Great by nothing is little. Bye bye.